Hello, welcome to my musings. So I'm going to be doing, what I've decided to do is these musings, I will collect them in my shorts playlist. And this is where I just talk about healthy trends that are going on in our communities or anything positive that I hear about us Nigerians or us Africans that are here in the diaspora or back home in Nigeria. No, this is where we talk about it. And there is one that I heard about this past weekend. Oh, I have to let you guys know. So there's a group of us, 10 of my girlfriends, right? We all went to college. We met in college back in the late 90s, graduated, and we've pretty much kept in touch since then. This is going on like 23 years now, 24 years. Wow, grateful for the gift of life. And what we try to do is we try to meet up. We'll have a WhatsApp group, but then we try to meet up once a month physically. So either one of us will host the rest of us at her house, we do like a potluck type deal. Everyone bring food and all of that, or she cooks, or we meet up at a nice restaurant, nice fancy restaurants and all of that. So the last one we had, we met up at a restaurant. So we all got together. It was so nice. We get to catch up on what's going on at like work, with family, kids, just life in general is really nice. Anyway, so the rest of us at this last meetup, the rest of us were chastising one of us, and we're like, you've been so quiet on the WhatsApp group. What's going on now? Which is really unusual, I mean, hope everything is okay. She was like, oh my goodness, ladies, like, I've been so busy at work, so swamped, that so us hiring managers now. I was like, yeah. She goes that she's been trying to expand her team, and then some people left and she's trying to replace and all that, and she was like, let me even tell you ladies what happened. So we're like, okay, what happened now? So she was like, so trying to hire an accounting associate for her team, and so she sat down with HR to try to put together the job description as well as with everything else, right? So the salary level, and all of that, benefits and all that. And so when they put together that agreement, I guess what's to be agreed for that role, and then she was like, oh yeah, HR, go and look for candidates for me. So HR got to work. So HR brought like some 3 or 4 candidates, and then the 3 or 4 candidates went through the 3-4 rounds of interviews, and in the end, one Caucasian guy was deemed the most competent out of that pool and was made an offer. I think he declined the offer because he got something else in the job of his dreams and the company of his dreams or something. This millennial. So fair enough. So she told HR, she said, okay, HR, you need to get to work again because I still need to hire someone. So HR got to work and all that. And in this next batch of resumes or candidates that were presented, there was a Nigerian lady in the mix. So she was like, okay, this is nice. I always like seeing one of my own, but obviously we're going to go through, everyone has to go through the interview process, of course. So they all went through, and in the end, this Nigerian lady actually made it through. Everyone liked her. She seemed competent, knew what she was talking about and all of that. And they decided that, they should go with her. And so they told HR, okay, we're going to go with this lady. So go ahead and prepare the offer letter for me to review and all that. Only for HR to prepare the offer letter, submitted it to my friend for review. My friend said she was reviewing it, and she was like, why is this annual salary docked by 10K? Like, it was lower by 10K. So she approached HR and was like, why is the salary lower by 10K? And HR was like, oh, well, we amended it based on, the lady's expectations and all of that. It's at the top end of our expectations. The salary's at the top end of our expectations. So we're like, and my friend was like, since she's the hiring manager, she had the authority, right, and the power to make decisions. And so she was like, nope. We sat down, we agreed on a salary level. You made that offer with the salary level that we agreed upon to the other guy. He declined it. It's like the exact salary level should be made to this girl, never mind her expectations. So please, can you go back and amend this offer letter and bring me a revised copy for me to review and sign? This is how she took it. So when I heard that, I was super excited and happy. Why was I happy? I mean, here's this lady, right? This Nigerian lady in a power of authority, right? And she was literally being her sister's keeper in the truest sense of the word. She didn't even know this girl from Adam, right? She didn't have to do what she did. But in the end, she just sat back and said, okay, one, would I have liked it if back then in my career, when I started my career, there was someone who was looking out for me like this? Yeah, I think we all would have appreciated it, right? So one, and then two, why are you docking the salary? Never mind this lady's expectations. You and I, HR and I, will agreed that this is what the salary level should be. Why are you not docking it? No, if you were able to offer X salary to this Caucasian guy, you should be able to offer X salary to this Nigerian lady or this black lady, right? The salary should be the salary, irrespective of who's getting the job. Like as long as it's a competent person getting the job, which we have deemed as a competent person just going through the interview, they should be able to offer the exact same salary. She told HR, but like, go amend the offer letter and bring me a revised one. So this is very nice. I am hoping it's a trend that will catch on. And I think the message here is for those of us here in the diaspora, Nigerians or Africans in positions of authority to effect this kind of change, let's go ahead and do so. Just look out for be our brothers and sisters keeper. Because oftentimes what happens is we tend to lowball our salary expectations. You know, we do. The Caucasians, the Asians, they're so good, adept at knowing what their worth is and placing themselves here. Also, black folks or like Africans, we tend to like lowball it for various reasons because we just want to get a foot in the door. We're even so grateful to just have the job, but we should so we, in positions of authority, we should, you know, try to say, hey, you know what, yes, we know this is going on, but the salary should still be equitable. Okay, those of us in Nigeria, the same can also apply to us. If you're in a position of authority to hire and all of that, make sure that if X salary is a salary that has been set for the role, that X salary should be offered to the competent, you know, person, irrespective of gender, religious affiliations, or tribe, right? It should be based on competency. It shouldn't be based on these other things. It should be based on competency. So please, we can do this. We're good for this. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this. I have. Have a super spot.